We are live. It's a Thursday night presentation here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brett Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. They're just off a road trip, and the Wizards are looking to settle back here at home. This the first chance to take a look at the Nuggets this season. Last season they split the series with each team able to win on the road.
And both of these sides were fighting tooth and nail for a playoff spot and split their season series at one apiece.
And it's Washington's ball.
And for Lynn, missing the season last year, he's just glad to be back. His playmaking and creativity is something that this team needs. As long as he's healthy and playing aggressively, he'll be an effective guard option.
Towns. It's rebounded by Gasol. Outside, Lynn. Pass to Gasol. Back to Lynn. 5 on the clock. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brown. And with Lynn, he made a point upon returning from injury, saying he will not change how he plays.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of guys, they'll shy away from contact after experiencing a torn patella like Lynn did, but he knows that he is at his best going at defenders and absorbing that contact. He said he'll try and be more aware of how he lands, but has no plans of changing his game.
Back to Davis. The Wizards working the ball around now. And the dunk by Towns.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive.
And from day one, Towns has been one of the NBA's top post players. A versatile, well-rounded game on the low block. It doesn't hurt that he can step outside and knock down the jumper either. And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
And the 13th pick in the 2010 NBA draft, Davis has already been with a number of teams in his young career.
Oh, you hear that sound? That's the flushing of the toilet right there.
Greg, a fierce two-hander. Now here's Lynn. Jackson in the corner. Pass to Bellinelli. Here's Lynn. It's blocked. And he gets it back. And stolen by Murray. Right side, Lynn. Back to Gasol. Out to the right wing. But they get it back. Outside, Lynn. Back to Jackson. 6 to shoot. Pass to Lynn. Over Murray. Hits the front of the rim and out.
You know, not sure if it's him or the defense, but just something's off tonight.
Something in this frame for sure, but when you're out of rhythm, sometimes it's better to play the role of being the facilitator.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Now here's Lynn. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Gasol, that's a two-pointer. And he overshot that one, missing. And that one's good. Towns. Talk about what it means to be a good teammate, Brent. You've played with good ones. You've played with bad ones. I've always thought you were team first when you played.
Well, I appreciate that, Kevin. There's just an idea about what it is that you can contribute to the team. I think you always have to accentuate those ideals. Your approach on a daily basis has to be consistent. And if you're a starting player, it's one mentality. And if you're somebody that plays off the bench, you have to come to practice every day to push the guy that's in front of you and wait for your opportunity. But most of the time, it's that kind of consistency with which you come to work and the attitude of making sure that I want to make any kind of contribution I can for our team's success. That usually is a pretty good formula for a good teammate.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely. And that one's good. Love.
Well, using some of that size and strength inside to gain advantage was Kevin Love that time.
And it's Towns missing.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
Sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time, he chose wisely.
Now here's Lynn. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Shoots over Towns. Love. Unable to get that one. And it's Washington the other way.
Yeah, this is where you have to sharpen up your passing. That's a careless turnover.
The Nuggets trail by 3. Wants to get it to Bellinelli and does. Pass to Love. Towns with the steal. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Over in the corner, Gasol. And he's way off from outside.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
And the dunk by Towns.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Ed Davis. That's his first foul. Just 4 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Love. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the... It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for the Washington Wizards. Scoring, rebounding. He was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. We've got more in store for you right after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Wizards?
I mean, through that first quarter, to me, it's all about their D.
There's a lot of ways to build a lead. This one's built on stops.
To the paint. Here's Collins. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Collins has got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Nuggets. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, Marc Gasol is the more fiery of the Gasol brothers. Pau Gasol says, I sugarcoat things a little more than Marc. He's more emotional, more direct. And Marc said, when a mistake happens on defense, I know you're not concentrating. I don't allow that. He knows controlling his frustration is important. He says, I'm working on it. Guys?
Part of leadership, DA. Thank you. 13 feet away. Conley's shot is off.
Perfect defense. Contesting without fouling. Exactly what you want to do, especially deep into the paint.
Wow, that is just pretty right there. What a find for his teammate at the rim.
And that's a foul called on Davis Bertans. That's his first foul.
And Karl Anthony Towns, one of the most prolific three-point shooters in the league, at least top 3 amongst all 7-footers, and his three-point percentage elite as well, over 40%.
Shot by Collins, no good.
I guess even he has took this one of those once in a while.
And the Wizards making a change here. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another beforehand.
Now here's Murray. Outside, Towns. And the layup's good off the glass. Towns has got 16.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Here's Conley. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. He gets that one.
He's known as more steady than flashy, but that was a sensational pass by Conley. He can get fancy when he needs to.
Stolen by Collins. And the dunk by Towns.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
To the inside. Berton's shot is good.
Oh, man, gotta love that pass there. Couldn't ask for a better one.
Pass to Tucker. Now here's Towns. Shoots it up. And the rejection by Collins. A second chance effort. Noah. The Wizards need to get a shot off here.
It looked like he wanted no part of that. Superb defense there, really making it tough on him.
And the rejection by Towns. Ahead. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Michael Conley picks one up.
And already a leader at such a young age. Towns' teammates look to him to anchor them on both ends, and he has not disappointed.
The first free throw is good. We've heard Coach Steve Kerr say the power forward position, as we knew it, is disappearing. You could say that maybe about the center position, too.
I don't want to say that about the center position. What I want to tell you, Kevin, and my humble opinion is that the center position has changed.
It's evolved.
So, yeah, I don't want to say that it's just disappeared, because there are players out there that are playing that position and doing a lot of the things that you would qualify as center-centric, screening, going down to the block, rim running to the post, being an option down low. But it's definitely changed.
But now we're seeing him go out and defend smaller guys in the perimeter, taking threes, and that's what's weird for your eyes to just kind of absorb what's going on.
Well, it's weird to absorb not only that and what those players individually are asked to do, but when you're at a game and you're sitting in the stands and all of a sudden you see 5 guys that are outside the three-point line. I mean, go back to the game in the 80s, it's the exact opposite. It was like, a bunch of ants on top of a lost candy bar sitting in the lane, gnawing at one another.
Right.
It's just changed. So the center position, not disappeared, just changed.
This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And when you shoot 86 from the line like he did last season, you usually cash in on those opportunities.
Baseline jumper. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
The defense was in the area, but not really effective. He has to put away this layup.
And I love the attitude of Brown. If he sees a fast break opportunity, he's seizing it without a second's hesitation.
And taken away by Brown. The Wizards shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team. And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Here's Van Vliet. Back to Love. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. But they'll get another chance. Second chance shot. It doesn't go for him. And Washington the other way now.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Now here's Brown. "41 seconds left from the first half. They get a hand on it. Out of bounds. Wizards ball as Washington keeps possession. Shot clock at 5. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Interesting, Kevin. I got drafted by the Nuggets, never played there. They drafted me 15th overall back in the 1995 draft and then shipped me out. I would have been a much better skier, by the way. Well, his body control is phenomenal, and his ability to get to the line has always been impressive. That's a huge part of his game.
27 seconds left in the first half. Felton goes in. This is his first chance at the line tonight. First free throw is good. And Washington making a change here. Raymond Felton hits them both. The Nuggets trail by 13. Pass to Bellinelli. No good with the triple. And here we go. Washington fast break. 16 feet away. And that one's good. Towns has got 13 points now in the quarter. Here's Van Vliet. And so it's Washington. Their lead. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. And so it's Felton who will bring it up for Washington. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. Pass to Noah. Over Gasol. Kept alive by Washington. Stolen by Jackson. On the wing, Jackson. Wide open. And the jumper falls for him. Jackson's got the first bucket of the third here for the Nuggets. Stolen by Michael Conley. Love at the elbow. To the left side wing. Taken away by Felton. Here's Williams. And Williams throws it down.
And at full speed, he still has the wherewithal to get himself in good position.
Yeah, the snap decisions right there. Reading the situation on the move and then making the right choice.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead. And even now in his mid-30s, Marc Gasol is fantastic. I mean, it gives you everything you want at that center position. Strong defender and rebounder, and he has a host of ways to get you buckets.
Here's Beasley.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Here's Tucker.
Well, if they had an edge at halftime, they might have lost it. Beginning this half, 1 of 5.
The second effort. Williams. Here's Noah. Williams.
Encouraging signs when Kevin Love is that intense on the defensive end. Swats that one away.
Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Shot clock at 6. Williams.
And they shot it well in the first half, but have suffered a drop-off since then. Still, though, in the lead, so they can make up for it on the defensive end.
Well, the reach of Josh Jackson helped.